Hey guys, and welcome to my channel, the Beauty Life Expert. For today's video, as you can tell by the title, I'm going to be talking about cleansing your soul, but more or less likely it's like cleaning your spirit, cleaning your inner circle, just doing like a cleanse kind of like for your mind, body, and soul. I like to pretty much call it cleansing your soul, but you can be like cleaning up your life, cleaning up your shit, and stuff like that. So what I do is I basically just follow 3 steps, and that's just what I consider cleansing my soul. And I'm going to talk about the steps, and then I'm going to elaborate on each one a little bit more. So step 1 would be cleaning your environment. Step 2 would be cleaning your body. And step 3 would be cleaning your mind. When we talk about cleaning your environment in step 1, I basically mean your surroundings, whatever you surround yourself on a daily basis with. When you clean your environment, you're getting rid of a lot of negativity. What I personally like to do is I pretty much clean my workspace. So I have a desk where I work, and whether that be on my own business or where I be at my job, I just make sure that everything is organized. Also, it's really important that you clean your room or your house, your apartment, wherever it is that you live or where you surround yourself for the majority of the time. Definitely when I'm feeling like really stressed out or really like my brain is a little bit more foggy, cleaning my room is such a huge part of it, because we don't really notice it, but when you wake up and you really can't find anything to wear, you're making a mess, you can't find anything that you're looking for, that's already a negative start to your day. So I personally, like, if I wake up and I can't find my favorite eyeliner, or I can't find my favorite mascara because it's somewhere under my bed, like, that would just ruin my whole makeup look and ruining, it's like a chain. Like, first I can't find something, so then I'm frustrated because I can't find it, but then my makeup is ruined, and since my makeup is ruined, my freaking whole morning is just ruined. And then I have like that negative energy that I'm carrying, and I pass on to others, and then others pass it on. So it's just like a big like telephone game, and you just don't want to pass on negativity. You always want to be positive and bring positivity into your life. And definitely cleaning your room could seem something like that's not really connected, but over the years of experience, I found that definitely it's a huge impact. Being able to find what you're looking for as soon as you're looking for, knowing where things are, it's just so much easier. It's like, it's a little bit of stress, but over the time it builds up, and let's say you're already over the edge, it's something that can just tip you over, you know? So you're definitely going to want to redecorate, reorganize. I know for me, definitely getting rid of like the walls that I had in my room made such a huge difference, because I know I was constantly looking at these pink bubblegum walls, and it was just irritating me so much that when I finally painted my room, it was such a huge like relief, because it's a space, it's a color that I want to look at, it's something that I want to see every day. So definitely it's something that made a huge impact. Definitely you're gonna want to toss away overflow, and what I mean by that is you can't bring in new things if you don't get rid of your old things, because if you do, it's gonna, like, if you don't do that, it's gonna create a lot of clutter. Me personally, before I buy anything new, I have to get rid of something, because when you have so much of something, it's really hard to organize, it's really hard to keep track. It gets messy, and you know, mess is one of the main things that I talk about when I talk about clearing things. So definitely for me, like my makeup, yes, I have a lot of it, but I always get rid of like things that are no longer functioning for me personally. Things that didn't work for my skin, I'm getting rid of it, because what's the point of having something that you're never going to use? Yes, you invested this money in it, but now it's just wasted. If you like, you know, if you don't like something, maybe somebody else likes it, and you can give it to that person and they can use it. Just things like that. I'm definitely getting rid of overflow. I know me, I kind of regret a little bit, because I was almost a size, well, I'm not going to get into those details because that's for another video, but definitely I was a lot bigger recently, and then I got smaller, but I got rid of all of my smaller clothes, and now I need them. So that's one thing that's really not good. Maybe you can keep 1 or 2 things, but definitely, you know, getting rid of overflow does help a lot, especially when you're able to close your drawers with some ease. I know definitely for me that was something that I struggled with, was that I always had so much stuff that I couldn't even close my drawers, couldn't close my closet. I would have to shove everything to get into my closet. It was just really bad. But yeah, so when I talk about cleaning your environment, like if there's friends you no longer get along with, get rid of them. If there's people that are like harassing you or anything like that, just get rid of that. If there's like a job or something like that that you hate going to, I know that was a big one for me, was I freaking hated my job so much that I would wake up and it would take me forever to just get there. So definitely, if you're going to a job that you love, and I know it's easier said than done, this is not something that you're going to do overnight, but this is something that you can work towards. It's definitely cleaning your environment, and cleaning your environment means getting rid of everything that's bad, literally everything. So if you hate the way you know, something looks, like change it in your house or anything like that. Just change your environment, cleans your space, and you'll definitely, you know, feel the difference. You'll definitely feel a huge difference. Now we're going to get into cleaning your body, and this is a huge one for me because this is something that I'm currently in the journey of doing. It's not easy at all. I feel like this is probably a lot harder than all of the other ones I'm going to mention, just because this is more something that is out of habit. I think cleaning your body means a lot of different things to a lot of different people. For me personally, what I mean when I say cleaning your body, it can be going on a detox diet or going on a juice cleanse or fasting or anything like that. Why, you may ask, is because we put a lot of toxins in our body and we sometimes don't even think about it. I know for me personally, it was something I never thought about. Because you just live your life and you just continue to do things that are out of habit. For me personally, we don't think about things like all of the sugar we're consuming, the salt that we're consuming, all of like the animal products that we're consuming, because this topic is also really difficult for me to talk about because a lot of people have a lot of different opinions on what's good and what's bad as far as like for your body and for your health. But this is just what I've done some research on, so you don't have to necessarily take these this as, you know, facts or anything like that. Definitely, you know, do your own research is really important. There's a couple of documentaries that I would probably recommend, but I'm not going to mention them. I'll put them all in the link. I'll put them all down below just because I want this to be a, you know, open space. I don't want my opinions to merge your minds, or just, I don't want to put my opinions onto you guys, if that makes sense. I know there's a word for that, but I can't think of it right now. But definitely for me, detoxing your body, at least for a little bit, like just give your body a little bit of a break. Don't put anything negative into it. Just put a lot of positive nutrient-full foods into your body, at least for like a week or something. And if you can do it, maybe and if you could do like a little fasting or something like that, maybe once or twice a week, definitely that's important. Because definitely from my personal experience, I know when I was eating a certain way, my body felt really sluggish, my energy levels were down, and when I changed that, I immediately felt an amazing burst of energy. And you need that sometimes, you know, if you need to stop drinking so much alcohol, at least for a little bit, you know, just try to do that. I know a friend of mine who just stopped drinking for a month and they lost an amazing amount of weight, and weight isn't such a bad thing, you know. Let me not get into all of that right now. I'm going to talk about this in a later video, but definitely just give your body a little bit of a break so that it can help rebuild itself, especially if you know you have like health issues or anything like that. Don't put that stress on your body, and you'll see how clean and zen you start to feel. Another thing would definitely be sweating. So whether that be exercising or doing some type of yoga or something like that is really good for your body and definitely helps with like the detoxifying process. Another thing I do want to mention, it is controversial, I'm sorry, but this is what I do personally. I get colonics. I love colonics. I feel like they are essential for your well-being, but so many people have so many negative things to say about it that I don't want to force it on anybody, basically. But I can honestly say I don't do them as often. Like the last one I got was was a month ago. Before that, it was like years ago. So definitely it's not something I do on a regular basis, but it is something I would like to do a little bit more frequently than I do, because it's just an amazing feeling that you get as soon as you walk out of that room, because it is a little bit difficult when it's like your first time in a long time because of the feeling that it gives you, because it's like the worst. It's when you are really toxic, when there's a lot of toxins in your body, it feels like the worst diarrhea of your life. If you have a nice clean lifestyle, then it doesn't feel as bad. I can tell you what both feelings are like, but definitely it just is like releasing it clears your mind first of all, and then you just feel a lot better within yourself. Like, let me say, like, you know, there's a lot of people who have like bubble guts all the time. That is something that bothers you or stresses you out on a daily basis. So definitely, if you have those issues, consider it. If you feel like you get a lot of foggy minded, definitely consider colonic. Definitely do your research. If you want a little bit more details about a colonic or anything like that, I was gonna do a video where I showed you guys and I was gonna take you guys with me, but it just felt a little bit too intimate. But if that is something that you're interested in, maybe I can speak to the person who does it and maybe we can come to some sort of agreement. But definitely, because she's really cool, so definitely, if that is something you're interested in, leave a comment down below. I'll definitely do that. I wouldn't show you guys my butt, but you know, I would definitely be interested in doing that. But definitely just that would be a way of like cleaning your body, because that eventually helps cleanse your soul as well. And the last one I'm going to talk about is probably the most important one. Is cleaning your mind, cleansing your mind, clearing your mind. When it comes to cleaning your mind, it's not something that you can think about doing. It's something that just you do naturally, but then you won't see the results that quickly, if that makes sense. I know it's a little difficult to explain because I have a hard time explaining what I'm saying. I have good points and valid points, but just the way that they come out is usually not ideal. So I'm sorry about that in advance, but definitely I hope you guys take the overall message that I'm trying to give you guys, if that makes sense. But when I talk about cleaning your mind, is definitely gathering your thoughts. If you have any goals, just making sure those are clear in your mind, because it gets so hard to keep track of everything when you have so much going on, especially for someone like me personally. I have these 2 businesses that I'm trying to run. I have a blog, I have a YouTube channel, and I have a regular job. So just doing, and I have family and friends and all that stuff that I also have to deal with. So I constantly have like all of these thoughts in my head, and I'm trying to like separate them, where it's like, I'm going to deal with you today and then I'm going to deal with this later, and then it's just really difficult. So definitely something like meditation is really important in my life. I know not everyone can get the gist of it. Not everyone really understands it or knows how to do it really. I suggest taking a class, reading into it, because it's really important, because what you're doing during that time is completely clearing your mind of all of those thoughts, all of those either negative thoughts or positive thoughts, just anything that's going on. It's like sometimes for me, even when I'm doing my meditation, I'll think of something I have to do. It's like, oh shit, I forgot to send that package out or something like that. Like, definitely is something that I struggle with, but definitely clearing your mind just eases everything. It just clears everything out for that second at least, or you know, if you're a little bit more of an expert, for those few minutes or hours, whatever it is that you do, definitely it helps, especially with like headaches and stuff like that, because I know my mind is also, I'm always hearing like, I gotta do this, I gotta do this, then I gotta do that, and just having that moment of like silence and just complete zen is so important, and we don't really think about it because we're always on the go, we're always want to do something. So definitely, if you're someone like that, think of meditation, reflect on your past, reflect on your future, so you can learn what goals and what did you learn from those past things, so that you don't make those mistakes in the future. Just analyzing everything so that you can better serve yourself, you know, give yourself better goals. When you have your goals in mind, definitely write them down, so you're like, you wake up every day, you know what you're going to do, you know what steps you need to do in order to attain the goals that you want to obtain, and that just overall helps with, you know, stress. So definitely, we talked about a little bit about cleaning your environment, cleaning your body, and then cleaning your mind. I think those are 3 essential steps in just overall cleansing yourself. This is all something that you do. It doesn't have to be in that specific order, but it's stuff that you do and eventually you'll see a result. Trust me, I personally have seen a lot clearer lately. Like, I was a person that lived in so much stress and so much hectic that being able to separate everything, being able to live a more zen life is it's such a huge difference. You literally feel the tension lift from your shoulders. And, you know, if you do any of these things, you know, let's start a conversation, leave comments down below, share this video. But that's it for today, you guys. I think I've given you a mouthful. I do want to talk about things a little bit more in detail, so I'll probably, you know, this topic will come up in a later video where I would talk about each thing a little bit more specifically, especially things like meditation, colonics, all of that stuff. I would definitely leave for a separate video, but I wanted to give you guys an overhaul of everything just so that you have more and a bigger idea of how to start, and then you can just start doing your own research. But yeah, definitely like this video if you liked it, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.